Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, one way the atmosphere tries to balance itself off when it gets too hot and humid, thunderstorms. We talked about this last night, one of the byproducts of heat and humidity, and watching the storm across Willimantic, Connecticut and eastern Connecticut. Had a few stronger storms earlier today across the South Shore and westerly, and now watching this area with very heavy downpours, frequent cloud to ground lightning, some gusty wind, even the potential for some small hail. In fact, when we turn on our lightning tracker, all of these white dots, and there are hundreds of them, indicating cloud to ground lightning strikes. Now, the severe thunderstorm warning, not for Rhode Island, at least not yet, but in southeastern Connecticut, in this red zone, severe thunderstorm warning till 5:30 as the storm is tracking off, essentially to the south and east at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. And because it's a slow mover, it's produced quite a bit of rain and some localized flooding across eastern Connecticut. Notice it's really the only storm around right now. Most of our viewing area is just hazy sunshine, hot and humid. Again, this is tracking off to the south and east. This is our cone forecast and the rough estimates as far as arrival times, and because it's moving so slowly, it'll take a while longer to get towards Norwich, Hope Valley, Richmond, and Westerly. If anything, I may see some indications it might be trying to weaken a little bit, but I certainly don't want to write this off as being just a rain shower. It is certainly significant, and we'll watch the situation closely. You know, as far as the Patriots game this evening, just a small chance of a passing thunderstorm. Otherwise, it's a dry game, but obviously very hot and humid. High temperatures today, as expected, topping out in the lower 90s inland and mid-80s across the coastline. But when you throw in the humidity, the heat index is certainly high. Temperatures now upper 80s to around 90 right now, and low to mid-80s across the South Shore. Take a look at the heat index right now, the feel-like temperature, and it's running still in the low 100s in the area shaded in purple, in the 90s along the South Shore. So the heat advisory continues. We're going to be tracking this now through Saturday. Now I'm seeing signs that even Sunday looks hot and humid as well. And really now through the weekend, tomorrow and the weekend, watch for at times isolated thunderstorms. And much like today, you know, most of the time it's not thundering at all, but every now and then you get that passing thunderstorm. Notice in Warwick at Oakland Beach, there's no thunder, no storms, the sun is shining. So you talk about very localized weather where, you know, one town can be getting a heavy thunderstorm, the next town over, the sun is shining. But tracking some of this activity off to our north and west. High pressure off the east coast is acting like a heat pump. It's drawing in the high humidity and the hot temperatures. So for this evening, again, keep the umbrella nearby. An isolated shower or thunderstorm can't be ruled out. But at this point, it's more the exception rather than the rule. So while the Patriots game could get a brief interruption, for now the chances are low. But it's certainly hot and humid. By 11 o'clock, the temperature is still close to 80 degrees. Tomorrow morning, early fog and clouds, then hazy sunshine. 9 o'clock in the morning, like this morning, it's 85 degrees. And by tomorrow afternoon, low 90s. And once again, keep an eye to the sky. 1 and 2 communities getting that downpour and an isolated thunderstorm. Beaches have fog in the morning, a little hazy sun. But even along the South Shore, a passing shower or thunderstorm can't be ruled out. 7-day futurecast. The heat is on Saturday and even into Sunday. Now, there'll be sunshine both of these days. I don't want to give the impression that it's completely cloudy, because you don't get to 90 unless you have some sun. And we'll see that over the weekend, but each day runs the risk of scattered showers and thunderstorms because of the high heat and the high humidity. Once again, feel like temperatures tomorrow running close to 100, and why the heat advisory has been extended into Friday.
It's tough. All right. Thanks, Tony. More coverage.